I don't use an alarm to wake up. I've been awake for an hour, but I'm not anxious or anything. I'm not doom scrolling. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good. Before I got into photography, mornings felt impossible. But here's the routine that changed everything. And it starts even before I touch my camera. I'm not going to try to sell you on becoming a morning person. But here's why I do it. The reason I'm up that early is because it's a time of day where no one needs me. It's not time to start work yet. And I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you have kids you got to get up to school. I don't know if you have people you got to take care of. I mean, if you got animals, I get it. You might have to get up before dawn for that. But the reason I get up so early is because no one needs me yet. It's my time. I can use it the way I want to. So one thing I know about meditation is that you're not supposed to be emptying your mind as such. You're supposed to let your mind have its moments, and you're supposed to notice that it did. You're supposed to be like, okay, I'm just sitting here. I'm in my shot here. I'm just looking. Oh, I wonder if I have to make that report later. And when you think that thought, you just say to yourself, thinking, and then you let it go. You say, I'll pick that up in a bit. It's going to be there when I'm done. And you just go back to shooting. And meditation is absolutely not about perfection. There are no world-class meditators. My favorite, Pema Chodron, says that she's been a nun for, I don't remember how many years now, let's say 40. And she's still probably one of the worst meditators she knows. And you know what? That's permission for you and me to not be the world's best meditators. You know, one thing I really love about when I'm doing photography, more with meditation in mind versus when I'm trying to be artsy-fartsy, is that I can make photos out of things I might not otherwise notice or care about, especially if I don't have a whole lot of time. Sometimes I could shoot really close to home. Putting things down. Sometimes I could shoot really close to home because I could have a situation where I'm just going to take a little walk around my driveway. I live in a factory building kind of place. I might just want to go for a little walk around my driveway. And there's always something to notice. And when you observe and notice, you go, oh, I've seen a different angle to the world. Sometimes when we feel so stuck inside, it's nice to realize we can still see different angles to things going on in the world. One of my favorite photographers, Daido Moriyama, it's all about imperfection. He's part of a movement called Bure Boke, and it's about sort of blurry, grainy, sometimes out of focus shots where they didn't even line up, the frame he would shoot with. He would shoot like photos of magazines or something like that, just absolute strange mix of things. But he also, in the process, the shooting was about not adhering to all kinds of preconceived notions. It was about not adhering to the current aesthetics of the time in Japan. And I love that because what this becomes for us is letting go of perfection, letting go of duty, letting go of thinking about your agenda in these cases. I mean, look, if you go to some family event and you've got to capture the birthday just right, that's a different thing, right? But when we're going out to deal with this just as a way to meditate, well, then you've got your coffee in your belly, you're out there just shooting, you just take the picture. And if it's not the best picture you ever saw, think of Daido Moriyama and Bure Boke. It works. So, that's the meditation of it is just being able to let go. When you don't have an agenda, the other thing to think about is that what you get is going to be good enough. Again, if you are of a certain age, then maybe you're worried that you're, putting up the best banger shots on Instagram, but you don't get any prize for that, right? Like no one, for the average, discovers you and suddenly you've got to work for National Geographic or something. We're not here for that, right? We're not here for that experience. This creates a buffer of energy in what we're trying to do. I think that it makes us in a little pocket for a little while so we can be us and we don't have to own up to any particular set of feelings, and we can just do this thing for a while. You don't need amazing gear. It's cool if you have amazing gear, but you don't need it. You can shoot with your phone, although for the 80 millionth time, I don't prefer that we shoot with our phone, because then we have the device of our demise in our hand. We have the device that brings us more problems, not less. But even if you just go out chasing light for a while, even if you can't do it first thing in the morning, let's go there, right? What if it's just a break? What if you have just a little break at work? What if you have, right after your lunch, you've got 10 minutes, you're going to go on a walk. Go out and see what you can snap in 10 minutes time and see what you come back with. Tim, who's another channel I really like, Tim Norris, he shoots a lot of times on his breaks. There's a lot of them. What's Tim's channel called? There's another Tim too. There's all kinds of people who just go out and do it on their lunch break, and that's what they can have, and that's fine too. There are so many ways to implement this information. Like you can pick whatever time. I want you to do the beginning of the day because I think it's an easy place to be. I think it's a place to meditate in setting your day and giving yourself some time for you. My prayer beads, by the way, I fidget with them a lot while I'm talking to you. If you ever hear this like rattly sound, it's me with these beads. My mom made these. I think, with the routine, I wake up naturally, I do my 3 breaths, I get coffee together, or sometimes I just go out. I like iced coffee. I go right through the McDonald's drive-thru and get some there, and it's delicious. I don't like Starbucks, I don't like Dunkin's, but the ritual, the routine, getting out there, not caring about what I take, that's an important thing. So, let's put this to practice, right? With mental health, you don't fix mental health. You practice the things that make it better. This is all another toothbrushing, right? You don't fix mental health. You practice it every single morning. The camera's not magic. The meditation's not magic. The coffee, it could be considered magic, but it's a practice thing. Some days, nothing past this point is going to be the right thing for you, but you gave it a go. And I think that along the way, as you give this some thought and consider it and make some adjustments to make it yours, I think you'll start to feel it. It's one of those things, okay, I don't know if you've ever done running. And look, I'm a big tubby dude right now. I ran a couple different times in my life. One of them was starting in the fall of 2003. I said, I think I'll figure out how to run. And I did. And what I learned in the process was that the way I got taught was you run from one foam pole to the second foam pole, and then you wheeze your way back to breathing, however many foam poles that takes, and then you do it again. And I went from that to being able to run a 5K, to being able to do a 10K, and then a bunch of them, and then a half marathon distance. And a year later, I did a full 26.2 mile marathon. You know what I did to get there? I just ran every day. And I ran a little bit every day and then a little bit more every day. Practice like that, just like meditation, everything. It is a building, cumulative experience. And I'm really advocating for that. And I want you to consider it. If mornings are impossible or you work nights, pick a different time. It's fine. But if you try any version of this, get back to me, would you? Send me a message, chris@chrisbrogan.com. Talk to me about it. Or if you have questions, or if you want to fight me, we could do that too. I just think it's a good way to, once you put a few small wins together, once you have something like, wow, I've been doing this for a couple weeks now, you stack victory on victory. So small wins then make you up to bigger wins. And I think that's the big opportunity. All right, chris@chrisbrogan.com. Drop me a line. I appreciate you. And as you know, in between all these things, be good to yourself.